Hey YouTube, this is Prometheus giving you another offensive tip. Guys, if you're new to my channel and you're looking for tips to take your game to the next level, go ahead and make sure you hit the subscribe button, also that notification icon so you can never miss an upload. So I've been working on some schemes and stuff like that. I'll be dropping some pretty awesome money plays, real sneaky money plays out of the Washington playbook very shortly. But I want to talk about a passing route that really no one talks about, but it is a very effective route that you can have in your arsenal going against the people, the meta, which is right now online. A lot of people are using match coverages online just because it's just an easier coverage to use. It stops a lot of those outside routes. And this particular route is a route that's very, very effective against mass coverages and against like man coverages and stuff like that. It's a really good OP route that no one talks about, but it does give you nice chunky yards. And usually it'll get you between 20 and 15 yards per route when you throw it. And it'll help you move the chains down the field, and it definitely will be a good route to go and use in your scheme. So we're going to be talking about the comeback route, and I'm just going to be using some plays out here that have a comeback route. And I'm going to show you basically a good passing concept that you can throw into your scheme when you're moving the ball down the field. So we're going to use this play out of the gun spread Y flex drive. So I want to show you how this route just basically destroys most coverages out there. So let's just start with the cover 2 man and kind of work our way from there. So you can see Smith on the left-hand side. He's pressed. We know we're going to have over-the-top safety help. But what makes this particular play great is basically the way it gets off the defender and always gets separation against man press. So what I love about this particular play is if you run into someone that plays a lot of cover 2 man, it's a great play to go and jump into, because after the guy beats his defender, he's going to go up 20 yards. He'll just basically, the way this route goes, up 20 yards, and then he's going to turn around. Now, when you're throwing the ball for this particular route, the deep comeback, you want to throw it as soon as he gets to the height of his route, and then basically he's going to get separation and get back to the ball. So even though he didn't come back to the ball, because I think I threw it a little bit earlier than I expected, I actually had the ball thrown before his break. Because of that, he got separation. The defender can't respond to it. Now, please note, if you have a weaker wide receiver going against a better defensive back, you're not always going to get those type of animations. So you have to remember that you have got to make sure that your release is a little bit better. You still can get this route off. It's just the probability is a little bit less if you got a star player over on that side going against a weaker wide receiver. So a lot of people have been running a lot of like cover 4, cover 6, and the cover 3 match. Let's see what happens when we go against cover 4. And I'm gonna be blending in some drop zones. But even with drop zones, unless he's taking his drop zones and putting them at a certain depth, this play will basically, this route will toast all that cover 4 meta you might be seeing online. So watch Smith. Nobody floats out to it. He actually gets major crazy separation. I get an easy first down. We're going to go off to the right side. Same type of situation, but I want to show you something that was really unique about this. This particular play is drive, so there are going to be some guys coming over the middle of the field, but I want you to show you because of the way this play is set up. If you've got a flat that's coming down underneath it, this defender that seems like he's going to be sliding out to take away this route actually stops, and then he actually has to take care of this flat, so he bites down, and that's going to give you a passing lane that you can get an easy completion for what, a 20-yard gainer. So once again, same read, nobody out there, easy completion for a first down. Now, when you go against someone that's playing a lot of cover 3 match, you can basically go ahead and beat this play too. So we're going to watch Smith. And right there, the defender does not play that backside guy. Same situation off to the right. You can get those easy completions because the defender doesn't carry. What if we go ahead and clear out the zone with a drag going the opposite direction? We're doing a mesh concept. Well, that's where things get a little bit closer as far as a passing lane. So you have to realize if you're playing against somebody that's using a lot of match, if you see that they're using a lot of match, You want to watch this defender right here and see if he pulls out of the area. If he stops and then breaks back up, and you've got like a split second or so before you make this read, you can't throw this deep comeback route because he's coming right back into that passing lane and typically will make a play. So that's one of your reads against match coverage, is you want to watch this guy right here. Now, if you really want to complement the match coverage, you just keep this guy in a streak and he'll clear out that match right up the seam. If you take a look at Watkins, look how he actually clears the defender out, and then we're just going to go ahead and do the completion off to the corner. So what's one of the best defenses to shut this particular route concept down? Well, just a basic cover 2, in particular Tampa 2, because it's going to have cloud flats out there. Now, if you watch, the defender's going to let him slide by, but then he's going to come down and play that corner. So if you run it to someone that's running this to your play, just put a cloud coverage out here, and this route essentially will just get locked up. The one cloud guy is going to play that deep comeback route. Now, if you're throwing it to a cover 2 side and he lets the guy go past you, that's where you're going to actually get intercepted. So that's what you got to pay attention to. So this is a really good play, or a basically passing concept with the deep comeback to throw into your scheme. I find that you want to have some type of a complement route, either streak going up the seam, or basically another concept is actually having some type of in route, and that actually gives you kind of progression on where you want to go with the ball. But you also want to have basically some kind of a drag route or something like that coming underneath it, so you've got yourself a little bit faster of a read. So that's what I do like about this, having this into my scheme. So you can see right here, if the defenders float up and play the deep comeback, I can just check it down, and it's just going to force your opponent to adjust to this game. Guys, I'm going to be throwing out some more schemes out of the Washington playbook. I've got a couple of really cool money plays that I've been working on and labbing online. But this is, if you don't use comeback routes, you probably want to do it, especially if you're running into a lot of match coverages. I don't know the popularity with zone drops and if they've kind of dissipated, but if you see a lot of match coverages, this might be something that you might want to throw into into your scheme as a deep comeback route, because it's really easy to read. If you're not getting heavy blitzing, you can definitely go ahead and get easy first downs with this. So once again, guys, if you like these type of tips, go ahead and subscribe button and the notification icon, and I'll be rolling out more offensive and defensive tips to take your game to the next level. Until next time.